You worked hard. You're finally earning more than you ever imagined, but you're feeling stressed and you're wondering, why does it still feel like I'm behind? Let's talk about what's really keeping high earners stuck and how to change that. Many of my clients are first in their family to land a good paying job. And instead of feeling really proud about it, a lot of times they end up feeling guilt. And not because their parents are saying anything to them, it's from their own internal pressure. They're thinking, I'm earning more than my parents ever did. So why does it feel like I have nothing to show for it? And so that disconnect, how it looks on the outside and how it could feel on the inside, is what ends up leading to guilt and shame. And so, especially when they're asking themselves things like, am I wasting this opportunity? Or how am I smart at work but can't figure out my money? And I know this feeling because I've been there myself. I've experienced that frustration of just feeling stuck and feeling like I'm doing everything right. That in the end, I end up kind of thinking to myself, like, is it me? Am I maybe the problem with all this? And so that's exactly what I see happening with my clients and their money. And here's what I often see: a lot of times it's not just about the numbers. When you don't have a clear plan for your money, then it shows up everywhere. You hesitate with big decisions, you overthink on all your different expenses, and you're constantly feeling like you're missing something. And really, you're working too hard to feel this uncertain. The truth is, it won't fix itself with the next bonus or the next raise. This, if the system isn't working now, more money isn't going to solve this. So that's why right now is such a good time to reset the way you manage your money, so you feel more confident with it and you feel more in control, so it can be more aligned with the life that you're working so hard to build. So, what could be happening underneath all of this? It may not necessarily be about discipline, but it could be a more likely lack of planning ahead. So the biggest leaks come from things that aren't built into your budget. For example, those extra Amazon purchases or birthday gifts, unplanned travel, things like that. It can just add up super fast. Then there's lifestyle creep. So as your income goes up, so does your spending. And not because you're careless, but because you want to be able to enjoy your money that you've worked so hard for. So this can mean you feel like you deserve a few more takeout nights or nicer vacations, a nicer car, maybe upgrade your home with nicer furniture and things like that. And so none of it feels extreme, but over time it does add up as well. And if you're carrying credit card debt, you probably didn't think it was a big deal at first, right? Maybe it just started with one card, but then you got another and another one, but you were earning well. So, yeah, it felt pretty manageable. But over time, that balance crept up. And then, so most of the money that you were paying towards your credit card is actually going towards interest and not really the balance. So you're working hard, but your money is mainly going towards those decisions that you made months or even years ago. And here's what is especially hard: if you're in your 30s and 40s, that debt doesn't just drain your income, it's actually keeping you from a lot of the goals that you want to be able to reach, because you could be using that money that right now is going towards debt. It could have been going towards increasing your contribution to retirement, or having a nice vacation, or just adding a nice cushion so it money just didn't feel so tight. And so every dollar that's going to old purchases is a dollar not building the next chapter of your life. Sometimes it's not even about what you're spending, but when. So, for example, I had a client who felt like she was broke every month. But once we took a look at the income and expenses, what we realized is that a lot of her bills were hitting around the same time. And so, yeah, of course, that made it super overwhelming. And so it wasn't overspending, it was more about the timing. So we what we did was we moved some due dates around and then everything changed. So if you ever thought I should be better, um, or I'm wasting this chance, I want you to know it's not a failure on your part. It could be a system problem that you have. But here's the thing most people try first: budgeting. And if you've been there, you know how that usually goes. I'm breaking down why budgeting alone doesn't work, especially when you've already tried and you've had trouble sticking with it. I want to show you what actually works so that you can take control and feel more confident in this video on your screen now.